Can you see him? Okay, well. Anyways, let me just get into this story because I'm really bad at telling stories, and I feel like if you're still watching at this point, the story gets good. I promise. The reason that I missed my upload is because my plane... I don't even really know what happened to my plane in the end, to be very honest. Let me take you back to 2 weeks ago, I think. There I was, slightly sunburnt because I had just come back from a lovely trip in Lyon with my very real boyfriend and his very real family. And you know what? I'm gonna show you a very rare photo of me and his family and him together. That's the last I'll say on the matter, to be very honest. If you're not familiar with the Twilight franchise characters, you might want to familiarize yourself with the Twilight characters because they're my family and I will be discussing them deeply here. First of all, we sort of kind of got to the airport late and still went to get a Burger King no matter what. I also don't really love to practice veganism when I'm on holiday, so I got like a cheesy fries, but we don't talk about that. We saw that our flight was boarding. Me and Edward Cullen were like, fucking yeet, we need to get to our flight. All of us had work in the morning because they're all doctors and... What else do the people in Twilight do? I don't know. They had vampiric things to do back in Ireland. So we Naruto runned down the halls of the airport and finally got to our gate. Just me and Edward. The rest of them were still back at Burger King waiting on their
Burger King foot fungus.
The last thing you want in your Burger King burger is foot fungus. Luckily, the rest of the Cullen clan did make it on the flight, but some weird thing happened where they couldn't find Rosalie or Emmett's boarding card. Like, Rosalie and Emmett had their boarding card and showed the air person, showed the flight person who was letting us on the plane their boarding card, but for some reason when they scanned them, they said,
"No, your boarding card doesn't exist, you can't get on the plane."
Get the fuck off my fucking plane! Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out! So Rosalie and Emmett, who both had work the next day, had to fuck off back through security and book another flight, I suppose. I was sitting away from the Cullen clan because, I don't know, just to pop shit, just to be the edgy bitch that I am. And this really weird thing happened where, like, the plane didn't take off. After about 30 minutes, the flight attendant informed us, ladies and gentlemen, we have not taken off because there is a communications issue that we can't take off without fixing. So buckle up, bitches, you might be here for a while.
And have a nice day.
They decided to do the very technologically advanced thing of turning the plane on and off again.
Did that do anything?
However, that meant turning off the air conditioning, which they said would last 2 minutes. That 2 minutes lasted an hour.
It smells warm.
And I don't know what happened, but during that hour of no air conditioning, people showed their dark fucking side. It was wild. It turned into the wild, wild west. And you know, one fucking person left their seat, and then suddenly everyone was leaving their seat, and then suddenly everyone went up to the flight attendants to ask for water. Stop pushing! I already gave you a water for you, sir! Go fuck yourself! Flight attendants eventually opened up the door of the aircraft to let some air in, which I think just made it worse because it was very fucking hot.
Not waterboard me!
And all of a sudden there was just a stampede of people just going for that door, and they got off the plane and they got onto the tarmac with like taxiing flights around the place. So I was looking at the window while I was waiting for our plane to maybe take off. I was losing hope a little bit more here when a bus rocks up, and I was like, fuck. Okay, well, now we're gonna have to go back to the airport and our flight's probably gonna be cancelled. Out of the bus rocks Rosalie and Emmett, who suddenly were allowed to get on the plane for a reason. It didn't matter anyways though, because all of a sudden the flight attendant hit us up again with, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have to ask you to embark the plane once more so you can take all your shit and get the fuck out. What the fuck am I doing? This was hell, because half the people were out the airplane and half the people were on the airplane. So all the people on the airplane grabbed all their stuff and started to like batter against the people who were trying to get on the airplane to go get their stuff. And like, airplane aisles are fucking small. They gave us updates every 30 minutes, so
7, 7:30, 8, 8:30, 9, 9:30, 10.
and eventually at 10:30 we got told our flight was cancelled. So no one was gonna get to work in the morning. The Cullens then divided. Half of them were gonna try and get like a really early plane with another airline in the morning, and the other Cullens, which I'm now gonna name the stupid Cullens because that was me, Edward, Rosalie and Emmett, we all decided to stay and see what Aer Lingus would do for us in the morning. They told us there'd be information at 10. We trusted them. That was our dumb fault. So we stayed the night in like a airport hotel. But there was a moment in that night where me, Rosalie, Emmett and Edward, I keep almost saying their real names. I mean, that is their real names. We got drunk and just were like, we could just go to Disneyland. We could just go to Disneyland. And then we overslept and didn't go to Disneyland. Had we actually gone to Disneyland, we probably would have gotten home on time. Anyways, the morning comes and the story's not even fucking over, my fams. We get a text from Aer Lingus being like,
Lol.
no plane for you today, my fams. Get the fuck your own flight. We ain't gonna fucking help you. You gotta do what you gotta do to get home, but we ain't gonna do shit for you. For some reason, we decided the best idea
Would to be
to drive from Lyon, which is where we were, to Geneva and get the Aer Lingus flight from Geneva to Dublin that night. So we rented a car and drove from Lyon to Geneva. Like skiing. Because people go skiing in Switzerland. I don't know, I didn't know how else to do this. But we stopped off and had lunch. Well, I had lunch. The Cullens don't eat. They eat, just the Cullens, One of the reasons we were allowed to drive a French car to Switzerland was because in Geneva airport, there is a French part of the airport that you can drop your rent car back to, which was very fucking hard to find. And as it turns out, we were kind of late for lunch. Oh my God. And when we got lunch, Emmett's wallet got stolen. It was like a whole big ordeal. We ran to our gate and we got on our plane, which then got delayed for technical reasons. Oh, come on! Fam, it wasn't even the same fucking technical reasons. They said like the stairs were like vibrating or something. After a couple minutes, they were like,
we're gonna have to ask you to disembark. We're very sorry. We know some of you got caught yesterday back in Lyon, but
fuck off the plane, my fans. So at this point, we were kind of at our wits' end. We were about to miss 2 separate days of work. And also, who the fuck is gonna believe that this thing happened to us twice? So we booked EasyJet flights from Geneva to Gatwick Airport in London, baby. Because we fucking needed to just get off of the continent at this point. I have a kitten to get home to. Very serious business. That was something the flight attendants didn't seem to care that much about. Ma'am, I don't care. We just got on the plane to Gatwick, and you know what? That one fucking took off. Fucking happy days. I had a really nice ham and cheese sandwich on that plane. I was still on my Holliers. Holiday calories don't count. I've gained like 5 pounds this summer, so. So we got to Gatwick and we wanted to go downstairs to the Aer Lingus desk just to see what they could do for us. Little did we know that was everyone else's fucking plan too. Like 100 people were downstairs at the Aer Lingus desk from flights that were cancelled in Boston, New York, all of the London airports. We realized we were not gonna get anywhere in this Hunger Games situation. What the fuck am I doing? So Rosalie called Aer Lingus for like the billionth time that day and waited on hold for like a million hours and eventually got through to someone who placed us all on 4 separate flights the next day. But we were at Gatwick and the flights were going from London City, an hour away. So we got an Uber and this fucking guy, he had no like headlight, so he was like sitting over the wheel the whole time and like kept swerving every 5 minutes. He was just like, swerve, oh, slight curve in the road, better swerve. I didn't know if we were gonna get there on time alive, and then we got to a Hilton that was fully booked. No room in the inn, even for the birth of Christ. But then we went across the road and thankfully they had fucking rooms available, Jesus Christ on a stick. In the morning, when I tried to log in for my flight, they said online that my flight was going to be disrupted. So I contacted Aer Lingus and they were like,
No, it's fine. Nothing wrong. We're probably just gonna get home.
on time. And I just didn't want to go to an airport again and get fucked. Like, I just didn't want to get fucked at an airport again. Have you ever please, just let me go home. I have a kitten. Got to the airport and it's one of those dinky tiny planes and I I was like, fuck, 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 I'ma die. And it was the bumpiest plane ride of my whole entire life. And there was no window, which, I don't know, that just made me so anxious. Like I was looking over and I couldn't tell when we were gonna land.
The flight was going side to side.
This had no air conditioning again. I can't breathe. We touched down in Dublin and I've never been so fucking thankful. Anyways, if you made it to this point in the video,
That means that we are acquaintances.
so you may as well like this video to become friends, and you may as well subscribe to become best friends, because I have no friends, so this is a recruitment system to make friends. And I never have to leave the house to see. My comment of the week goes to Lee Cliff, and it's, I love poo. Well, that's good for you. Maybe I won't tell everyone on the internet. Why do I sweat so much? I've had this t-shirt on for like 10 minutes. Anyways, I have to go. I don't know if I've said this, but I'm moving to London and I have not started packing yet. I'll probably not pack and procrastinate by editing this video. Comment below if you've ever crashed an airplane. Comment below if you've ever been to an airport. Comment below if you like Switzerland. Comment below. Oh, I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna go. Okay, bye!